happy Friday. Today I'm going to teach you my impasto per la pizza, my pizza dough that was passed down from my parents. So you guys know I'm 100% Italian, my parents are Italian, parliamo l'italiano, facciamo la pizza, and that is one of the things, right? I love to teach you guys things that you can make at home so you can save money, okay? Because even just going out and buying a large pizza can cost quite a bit of money, and it's so easy to make it at home with just some flour and some basic ingredients, okay? So let me know in the comments, have you ever made your own pizza dough? Yes, no, 1 for yes, 2 for no. And there's nothing wrong with, buying the pizza dough from Trader Joe's or Aldi's or whatever. Absolutely nothing wrong with that, right? And sometimes I grab that and sometimes I want to make my own. So today, that's what I'm going to do. I don't think I've ever done a video. I have a YouTube video up. If you follow me on YouTube, Claudia's Cucina, I have a YouTube video when my parents were here from Italy and we made some pizza dough. I've only made a keto pizza dough. Yeah, it might be a little different, right? We're definitely gonna add some carbs today. Definitely not keto friendly, but that's okay. So anyway, I thought I would pop on and show you guys how easy it is, how simple it is. The key thing is just kind of understanding yeast, which took me a while to make sure I understood yeast and why yeast and how yeast works and stuff. But let's go. Andiamo a fare la pizza, l'impasto della pizza. Let's go make some pizza dough. And it is a very simple, and I'll also give you a little tip on how you can proof your dough a little faster. Okay? Sound good? All right, I'm already hot, so let's get this hair up. And again, if you're just tuning in, we're teaching you how to make some pizza dough. So drop a 1 if you've ever made your own pizza dough from scratch. Drop a 2 if you've never done it, okay? So we need a couple of ingredients. We need a flour. Best is, there is different flours, right? But any basically unbleached white flour will do. King's Mill, I think it's called, the big red bag or the big blue bag. Red Mill has some good all-purpose unbleached flour. Or if you can find it, even Costco has it, it's 00 flour. That's what Italians use, farina 00. You can find that as well. It's a little bit better for pizza and pasta, but you can do it with any flour. But the type of flour will kind of change your texture, okay? Now, I always add, this is kind of my little secret ingredient that my parents taught me. I always add a little bit of semolina flour. Sometimes can be hard to find depending on where you live, but that will help make a crispy crust. So we are making a thin crust, like a New York style Italian pizza, not like a thick. You can make it thicker if you want to, right? But that's kind of what we're working on. You just need a little bit. So you always can find these things obviously on Amazon. They're also linked in my Amazon storefront as well. So we just need that. We need some olive oil. We need some water, some yeast, a little bit of sugar to feed the yeast, okay? Not to make the dough sweet, but we're just feeding our dough with it. And that's it, okay? So you guys ready? Comment ready if you're ready to learn how to make some pizza dough, and then I'll show you some other little things, tools that I love to use when it comes to making our own pizza. Now, Americans, we can use cups, okay? We can use cups, but when measuring flour, baking ingredients, doughs, it is more precise to use a scale, okay? So growing up in Europe, it's always been grams, everything's always been measured. So when I came to the States, it was funny. I'll tell you a funny story. I'm like, I can make this recipe, but I'm like, looked at my husband, I'm like, what cups do I use? It says 1 cup. Do I use a coffee cup? Do I use a tea cup? Do I use an espresso cup? And he's like, no, there's special cups that measure cups. So I didn't know that, okay? It's about 4 cups of flour, okay? Now, once you've made this, once you're a little experienced in making dough, you can look at it and say, oh, I added too much flour, let me add a little bit more water. Oh, it's too runny, let me add a little bit more flour, right? But ideally we're doing, should I do all of it? So I'm just gonna go with it. Might be a lot, we'll see, but we love pizza. So I'm gonna go with 500 grams of flour, okay? This will make about 3 to 4 pizzas. More like 2 and then 2 small ones or something. Like it'll make like 2 big size pizzas, okay? So I'm gonna use my scale. Pampered Chef does have a scale. and it converts because as soon as you turn it on, it's in ounces, and we need it in grams, okay? And then you want to zero it out, or tear it out, I think it's called, right? I'm going to use 4 cups of flour, 500 grams, for good 2 sizes. You can double this, about 1,000 grams. We'll make about 3 to 4 to, 4 good pizza things. Okay, so we're going to use, what did I say, 500 grams of flour. So when you use a scale, it can be super precise. So if you're just popping in, we're making pizza dough, teaching you guys how to save some money by making this at home. Having pizza night. We ordered pizza a couple weeks ago. It was like $80 for 2 large pizzas and some garlic knots. So you can definitely make that at home. A little cheaper, I think. 460, 470, 509. Okay, 500 grams of flour. Unbleached all-purpose flour, farina 00 flour. Costco has this as well. I think I got this at Costco. Not sure, I don't remember. But when I see it, also, you know where you can find this sometimes? It's places like TJ Maxx or Marshall's in their little food section. You can find flour like that. So for 500 grams of flour, we're adding 100 grams, about a half a cup of semolina flour. Semolina is going to make this a little bit more crunchy and, crust, like crunchy, I guess is the word, right? So we're gonna go to 600 grams. So we know that it's 100 grams of semolina, so it's a little bit more rustic, I guess. You can also use this to put it on the bottom when you roll out your pizza dough, and it gives it that final crunch. $5.99 and 600. Okay, so we got our flour. Okay, next we're going to add about 1 tablespoon of olive oil. That's just going to give it a little bit of, like a little bit of like moisture, a little bit of like plumpiness. Okay, and then about 10 grams, about half a tablespoon, or about 10 grams of salt. I'm still weighing it. Okay, I'm not winging this. I'm actually looking at my scale below. Nobody likes a pizza dough that's not salty. I'm pizza crust snob, okay? I'll be like, the sauce is gross and the dough is gross. Other than that, can't really mess up a pizza, right? Okay, and then we'll get this in here and we will work on our liquids, right? So we have our yeast. Where's my yeast? Right here. So I buy the bigger thing of yeast from Amazon. It's also linked in my Amazon storefront. You can use the little packages. But I go through yeast pretty decently, so we're going to use that. And we need about 1.5 cups of water, okay? And then we gotta look and see. So the water needs to be about like luke temperature, okay? Not too cold and not too cold. If it's too cold, the yeast won't grow. If it's too hot, the yeast will die, okay? So that's kind of the secret. You can also use a thermometer if you're not used to it, or you can put your finger in your water, and if it's like burning your skin, then it's too hot. And if it's cold, then obviously you know it's cold, right? But if you feel like, oh, this kind of could take a shower in that, then it's probably ready to go. So I'm gonna go get some lukewarm water, okay? So if you're new here, comment new or seasoned, or leave me a comment, drop something below. I hope you guys are getting ready for a great Friday. I'm teaching you how to make pizza dough. So let me go get some lukewarm water. Okay, be right back. So I have 1.5 cups of water, okay? So you can do the test, right? Oh, I can feel a little bite of warmthness, but not like, oh my God, my finger is gonna burn, okay? And then we need about 10 grams or 1 tablespoon of yeast, or 1 package. You know, the little packages work just fine, okay? And then if you want your yeast to grow a little faster, my German friend taught me this. She said always use a little bit of honey or sugar or agave or something, syrup. Obviously we're going to use a little bit of sugar, and that sugar feeds the yeast, okay? Don't ask me why. That's just what she told me, and I think it's true because ever since then I haven't messed up a dough. Okay, so we're just adding a little bit of sugar. Okay, about 1/2 tablespoon, another 10 grams, not to make the pizza dough sweet. See, it's just a little bit, but just to feed the yeast, okay? We're gonna stir this up. Now, if you're new to dealing with yeast, you can let this mixture kind of sit and see if it starts bubbling. If it doesn't bubble, you're gonna ruin your dough, okay? I've done this a couple times in my life, so I'm just gonna go for it. So I get all the yeast mixed up with the water. Doesn't look very appetizing, but that's all it is, okay? Those are all the ingredients for a pizza dough. So, you know, maybe, I don't know, $1, if even that. Obviously, you gotta buy the big bag of flour, all those things, but literally, I can pull out a pizza any night. I always have tomato sauce that I'm gonna make. I'll show you how I make my pizza sauce. I always have some kind of cheese. I brought back some crema di tartufo, some truffle cream from Italy when I went back a couple weeks ago. So I'm gonna make like a white truffle pancetta pizza, I think, tonight. I'm gonna experiment. All right, so now that this is all mixed up, we're gonna slowly add the water, just in case it doesn't need it all. Now, I'm gonna use, obviously, the Pampered Chef stand mixer. So what's really cool about this, let me see if I can show this to you guys. What's really cool about it is that compared to a KitchenAid, I used to have a KitchenAid, I don't know if you guys remember, I used to have a pink one. It's top heavy, right? So it's actually really easy to move. Do you guys see that? With the KitchenAid, it would be collapsing right now because it's bottom heavy, right? But it has a neat pre-setting right here that is exactly 8 minutes. And when I make my German Sunday rolls or doughs, 8 minutes is always perfect. So I'm just gonna hit go, and this is gonna go for 8 minutes until our pizza dough is done, okay? So I'm gonna slowly add our liquid here, a little bit at a time. Give it the scale. All right, comment pizza in the comments if you love pizza. Can't wait to see a final pizza. Yay, Margaret, thanks so much. Why don't you also read and answer messages? Because it's not as easy, okay? I'm trying, but it's not that easy to look and do. But I will answer as I can. I don't see any questions, so just comment below again. And I can't see from back there, so I have to come a little closer. Hey, Fatima, thanks so much. Appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to keep adding our liquid here, our yeast. And the cool thing about the pre-setting is it's going to speed up, slow down. I don't have to sit here and watch it. It's automatically going to turn off in 8 minutes, okay? If you have any questions, comment below, but we are making our own pizza dough. Yes, let's see some pizza comments, all right? All right, so we're gonna add the rest and dump it in there. And while that is working, I'm gonna show you how I make my own pizza sauce. Super, super easy. So see, now it's speeding up, so this is just gonna keep happening. So, all you need is tomato sauce, okay? You don't even need to buy the pre-seasoned. Depending on where you live, you will see these types of jars, okay? And they're either imported or for whatever, you know, brought in from Italy or whatever, okay? Where are you located that you were charged $8 for 2 pizza and garlic knots? In New York. That's why. They're pretty big slices, but they're pretty big buys. But yes, that's the price here. Anyway, so you want to look at ingredients and you just want to make sure that it only says tomatoes. No sugar, no onions, no whatever, just tomatoes. Okay, that's all we need is a jar of tomato sauce. Okay? Sometimes you can find the imported from Italy. Again, I love TJ Maxx, Marshalls, those kind of food aisles, and I'll go through there and I'll find Italian things a little cheaper. All right, so you just need some of that. I'm gonna use about half. Then you just need a little bit of salt, season it, okay? A little bit of olive oil, a little bit, like a half a tablespoon or something, not much, okay? And then some seasoning. All right, I'm gonna tell you a funny story, okay? I figured before I move this seasoning to the right container, I will tell you a funny story. Every time I travel to Italy, I come back with oregano. I don't know why. It smells better, it tastes better, okay? So every time my aunt, anybody's like, here, take some oregano home, okay? And my husband's always like, one day you're gonna get arrested by having oregano in your bag. And I was like, but why? You can smell it. So this is what I traveled with this time. This is what it looks like, okay? And I actually had it super obviously in my carry-on on the right side just to make sure, like, I'm not hiding no drugs. It's literally oregano, but nobody pulled me over. Nobody sniffed me. But yeah, this is what I travel with. This is my Italian. You can smell it. Like, I wish you guys could smell it. Smell it a mile away. My oregano. Okay, so it's a little funny story here. I'm going to transfer it now into my prep bowl, but I haven't used it yet since I came back. So if I ever get arrested and you see the news, Claudia got arrested for smuggling in oregano, that, you know, then you know I told you the story. Told you the story. All right, let me get a little prep bowl here. And that's all you need is tomato sauce, salt, a little bit of olive oil, and some oregano. I'm going to transfer it. That's why I love, by the way, they come in a set of 6, these glass bowls. They're oven safe, they're freezer safe. You can put all kinds of stuff in it, these little prep bowls. Alright, we got about 2 minutes on our dough. I'll show you how I proof my dough with a little hack, okay? Sandy loves pizza, love it. Margaret is laughing at my story. Thanks so much, appreciate it. And that's it, okay? Then you just kind of mix this up, and this is your pizza sauce. So, while we wait for this, I'm gonna move this over a little bit. While we wait for this, we made our pizza sauce. I'll show you one of my favorite tools that I love to use. It went viral on TikTok when it first came out. And I'm gonna use this for my olives and my mushrooms to prep them, okay? So we're going to prep some olives and mushrooms. Let me make some space here. This is the flour if you want to see it. Semolina and farina 00 or any white unbleached flour. Okay, will do. Just like Aldi flour, not so good. You might have to sift it if you want to use all these flours. It's a little grainy, okay? But these are the 2 flours that will make for really good Italian pizza dough. All right, let's make some room here. If you have any questions, comment below. And if you're just popping in, we're making some pizza dough. Alright, so let me show you one of my favorite tools, okay? It's really fun to use. We're going to make a mushroom, olive, prosciutto pizza later. Cup slicer, okay, went viral when it first came out on TikTok, 8 million views. It's available again. But what it does, it just instantly slices your olives, your grape tomatoes, your apples, your bananas, your strawberries for your kids, and kids can use it, okay? Also, people, I had someone that has like arthritis, and she loves it because it's super easy on her arms and her wrists, right? Pop the back in, and you can easily prep your olives. Grape tomatoes, just make sure they're nice and firm, not too mushy. And you can easily prep with this. I saw someone use them on apples as well, but this is our viral cup slicer. Your kids can use it, your toddlers can use it. Lots of little kids are using this, super easy. Just make sure they don't put their fingers underneath, right? Who's got the cup slicer? I know several of you guys do because it went crazy when it first came out a few months ago. Now, okay, back to the dough, right? Here's what you need to know. So I can look at this dough right now and I can see that it's a little too soft, okay? It's a little wet. So I'm gonna add a little bit more flour until the dough comes off the hook. All right, so we're just gonna sprinkle a little bit of dough in here. And it's important to show this because otherwise you're gonna try and knead this dough later and you're gonna be like, why is it so sticky? So if it's too wet, just add a little bit more flour. Until the dough comes off the hook, okay? All right, so we got our dough in the making, we got our veggies prepped, we made our sauce. This is also really good pasta sauce, okay? So if you have leftovers, you can make pasta sauce with this. Let's clean this up and I'll tell you one more thing. So the blender takes the place of kneading by hand. Yeah, so it will knead. It's a stand mixer, not a blender, right? It's not the blender up here. This is our cooking blender. This is a stand mixer with the dough hook. Where can you find my recipe for Brötchen? So my German Sunday rolls, if you follow me on Instagram, they're pinned right at the top. If not, just send me a message and I'll send you the recipe. If you have any other questions, let me know. I'm trying to scroll through. See if I missed anything. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate the follows. But yeah, we're here to teach you how to save money. Groceries are crazy. Delivery prices are crazy. Margaret loves hers. Yay. Where will your recipe be? For this, I'll post it in the comments. I also have a YouTube video about it as well. If you go to the link tree in my bio, I have a free Italian e-cookbook you can subscribe to. You can just download it. It's pretty much instant. All right, so let me show you how I proof my dough as soon as this is done. So I'm still seeing it's a little wet, but it's starting to pull away. It's starting to pull away from the bowl. We're getting there. I think we're almost there, so just a little bit more flour. And I can see it starting to pull away, right? So I'm going to keep an eye on it. Now, the secret to good, if you look, I guess put it in the comments. Sorry, you meant mixer. Yeah, so the stand mixer comes with a dough hook and a regular hook. Yeah, exactly. You love my cookbook? Yay, thanks so much. What was I saying? Oh, two things, right? Number one, we need a good dough. Number two, we need a good way to cook it, okay? No metal pan, okay? We do need stoneware. Obviously, that's what we sell. Our most popular items are our pizza stones. So this right here is our seasoned pizza stone, okay? So this is not dirty. This is seasoned. So when you first get a stone, it's a lot lighter. Actually, I have one right here. this is the medium stone that I don't use as much, right? So you can see that it's lighter. It comes super light like this. And the cool thing about our new stoneware, the new stoneware with the little ridges in the back, you can preheat it. So now what I'm going to do later is I preheat my oven to the highest setting, okay, all the way at the bottom of my oven, and I use my pizza peel to slide the pizza on here, so it's instantly getting super crispy, okay? Because Italians don't like soggy pizza, okay? Non mi piace la pizza così, la voglio bella croccante. I like it nice and crispy, okay? So if you already have a pizza stone, comment below. If you've never bought any of our unglazed stoneware pieces, they are 15% off right now in the link to my bio, or if you're part of the virtual parties, you just purchase them right there, and they're 15% off. So I always started with my large pizza stone when I first bought my first piece, and now I have loaf stones and all kinds of things, okay? Alright, let's see here. Still sticking a little bit. Alright, so I'll show you how I proof my dough. Now obviously, before I had this product, I did it old school. Kept it in this bowl, you put a plate on it. I don't know about you guys, but my dad always covered it with 50,000 blankets in my room, in the bedroom. You never knew if there was dough rising. You can put it in your oven with the light on, right? Or because it's already 2:30 here and I probably want to eat pizza in about 2-3 hours, I don't have all day for this to rise. So there's a little hack that you can do. I'll show you what it is. If you have a, I think Instapot has it too, but our multi-cooker right here, this is what I'm going to use to proof my dough. So any pressure cooker, most pressure cookers have a yogurt setting, which is the perfect temperature for dough to rise, okay? So this right here has a yogurt setting, and I'm going to plug it in, and I'm going to put my dough in here, and in like literally 2 hours, it'll be like super stretchy. Okay, we're ready to go. This looks good for now. You can always add more flour later as you roll out your dough. No reason to knead it anymore, okay? So we're going to put it right here in our pressure cooker. Okay, just put a little bit of oil on the bottom because otherwise it's going to stick. Let me see if I can do it this way. Let's see. Hello, you love it? Yay, thanks Sarah for the comments. Make sure you drop a pizza below, and a 1 if you've made your pizza dough before by yourself from scratch, and a 2 if you've never done it. And if you do try it, I would love for you to tag me. Okay, so let's get our dough out right here. Can you see it? All right, so you want to make sure it comes off just like that. All right, we're gonna kind of mix it in with this olive oil in here a little bit. All right, you can see you got this little ball covered a little bit in olive oil. We're gonna switch our plug here. And that's it. So now it's in here, right, in our multi-cooker. By the way, the stoneware and the multi-cooker are consultant bonuses right now. They come in our consultant kit. So if you want to make money while you're cooking dinner, we should chat. So now I'm going to go on yogurt, all right? And I'm just literally going to hit go. And in 30 minutes, it's going to bring it to the right temperature. It's going to rise super fast, okay? Again, if you have the time, you can certainly just put it in a warm place. Don't put a paper towel over the dough because the paper towel will absorb the moisture. So use a plate if you can. And then put it in your bedroom under your blankies. I've done that. Put it in the oven with the light on, right? Or just if you have the yogurt setting on your multi-cooker or your pressure cooker, you can use that as well, okay? So anyways, if you have any questions, yay, so many of you guys have made your own pizza dough. So excited for you guys. Anyways, if you have any questions, let me know, all right? But thanks for popping in. I hope you learned how to make your own pizza dough. And again, there's 50,000 recipes, okay? So I'm just showing you mine. You can do yours. It's all good. And follow along in my stories. I'll put together a thinking like a truffle, pancetta, white pizza. Gonna whip it up with my brain, and then obviously probably a cheese pizza for Gigi, because that's all she eats, cheese and ham. What is your favorite pizza topping? Put it below. What is your favorite? I love olives. I love mushrooms. I like onions and peppers, but nobody else does in my house, so I don't eat that unless we go out. There's like some fried eggplant on it. Yeah, I think I'm getting hungry. Anyway, so thanks for popping in. I do a live demo every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern time, unless I'm traveling. If you have any questions, comment below. If you want to shop, you can just go to Linktree in my bio. You get a free gift right now when you spend $90 or more. You get a free pizza cutter or a brush. Sales are going on. All of our stoneware that I just showed you, the unglazed one is 15% off. All of our baking mixes are 15% off, so you can shop. We have pizza crust recipe too. It's really good. I saw some people use our new focaccia bread as a pizza as well, so I thought that was interesting. I'm gonna have to try that. Just gotta, limit the dough. Can't do that every day. And anyways, if you see a lot of products, if you are not too familiar with Pampered Chef, or if you are, we do virtual parties on social media, so you can earn free and discounted items as well. So if you're interested in that, let me know. And if you're looking for some extra income, I know the holidays are right around the corner, and I know people are scraping right now to figure out how to, pay for their bills in the holidays. And I know it's crazy in New York. I know I wasn't joking when I said I paid like $80 for 2 large pizzas and garlic nuts, okay? So I understand. So if you're looking for something to make some extra income, you can become a Pampered Chef consultant just like me, sell the products, no inventory and whatever. And right now there's a $25 sign-on bonus. So that's the smallest you can start. Happens maybe once or twice a year. So it'll probably be the last time this year if I had to guess. So this is your chance to join us, okay? If you have any questions about that, let me know. And I hope you guys have a great night. I'll post some pictures and final results in my stories as well. And thanks for joining me on Fridays. I appreciate you guys. If you caught this live, will you comment live? Come back in 2 hours? Oh, maybe I could do that. You want me to come back? I can come back and show you what the dough looks like. I love all the veggies. So if you caught this live, will you do me a favor and comment live? Doesn't cost a thing to leave a comment, but we appreciate it. And if you're catching the replay later, just comment replay. Maybe I'll come back. I'll just leave it and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Does that work? Okay, you got it. Thanks so much for the comments. If you have any questions, I'm just a message away. And I'll scroll back through and see if I missed anything. I don't think I did, but only if you remember. I should remember. I mean, I got to open it up, so hopefully I'll remember to show you guys. I answered that. You're ready? Yes? Okay, Sarah says I should come back too. All right. Sounds good. All right, it's pizza night at the Bazaar household. I hope you guys have a fabulous night. I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for popping in, and off I go to clean that mess over there that I just created. So, ciao for now, everyone. Arrivederci. Ciao.